I'm not satisfied with the numbers, so we need to increase. I mean, you look at the recent numbers, we've got like 600,000 illegal aliens walking the streets of this country with criminal convictions or pending criminal charges. So yeah, we need to do more. President Trump made a promise to the American people. The American people put him in office on this top issue was immigration enforcement. So yeah, I have not been satisfied with the numbers. Kristi, Noem, Steve Miller, myself, we all want more numbers. So we've increased the teams a lot. We're increased targeting a lot. So we expect a fast increase in number of arrests every day. I hope most Americans agree that public safety threats and national security threats shouldn't be walking the streets of this country, especially here illegally. So yeah, we like all the support we can get. I think we got the support of the majority of American people according to the polls, right?
So Stephen Miller told ICE officials that they need to be arresting 3,000 people a day. How soon do you expect that can actually happen? Is that enough?
Look, I've said from day one, you guys ask me this question a lot of times. Am I happy with the removal numbers? Am I happy with the arrest numbers? I've been very good. The numbers are better than Biden, but they're not good enough. I said I'm not satisfied with the numbers, so we need to increase. I mean, you look at the recent numbers, we've got like 600,000 illegal aliens walking the streets of this country with criminal convictions or pending criminal charges. So yeah, we need to do more. President Trump made a promise to the American people. The American people put him in office on this top issue was immigration enforcement. So yeah, I have not been satisfied with the numbers. Kristi, Noem, Steve Miller, myself, we all want more numbers. So we've increased the teams a lot. We're increased targeting a lot. So we expect a fast increase in number of arrests every day.
DHS says that assaults on ICE officers are up over 400%. Does that track with what you see? Can you speak to that?
Yeah, the assaults on ICE officers are high. The doxing of ICE officers are at an all-time high. And people always complain. Some of you here say, why are they wearing masks? Because they're trying to protect themselves and their families. They got a dangerous job to do, and they're being doxed every day across this country. I've experienced myself 100 times, but I'm willing to take that because of the position I hold. And, we're not running a popularity contest. We're trying to enforce the laws enacted by Congress, doing it in a smart, effective way. So, yeah, their assaults are up, but it won't be tolerated. We've already shown you put a hands on an ICE officer, you can be prosecuted to the highest extents of the law. So we're not playing with that with any threats against ICE officers. Doxing, we're going to look at doxing. We're going to take action on that also. Anything else?
What kind of numbers do you have for self-deportations?
The last number I saw was right around 8,500 as far as the CBP home app. There's thousands of deportations where they're not going through the app, they're just leaving. Intelligence reports showing traffic going south, not only through Mexico, but even the Darien Gap. So there's a lot of self-deportation. I hope they take advantage of it because, they can leave on their own terms, get their affairs together, or we can go find them and formally deport them, which is going to set a bar against them coming back to the country under a legal program. So they should self-deport and give themselves an opportunity, maybe in the future, to come back as a visitor or a tourist, or maybe they have a U.S. citizen child that can petition for them. But if we have to formally go through the process of seeking them out and formally deporting them, there's a statutory bar placed against them from ever coming back to the country.
Do you expect, though, that those numbers will be higher given the policy change?
I think that as they see the ICE arrests in the interior increase, which is going to see a vast increase in arrests, I think they're going to realize we can do this under ICE control. We can arrest you at a place and remove you, or you can take it upon yourself to work with ICE, get your arrangements in order, whether it's your home, your belongings, your family, and leave on your own. We'll give you a plane flight. We'll give you some money, or we just go through the ICE process. I think the more they see ICE out there in the streets arresting people and holding them accountable, the more they'll take advantage of doing the right thing.
And one more question: which countries of the crossings that are still happening? Where are these migrants mostly coming from? Is it still Central America, or are we seeing?
Right now, it's a lot of Mexican nationals.
Part of Elon Musk's team was finding thousands of people using the same social security number. Is there no way to stop the flow to them so they'll themselves can look?
I can't hear the question.
Part of Elon Musk's team found that thousands of people were using the same social security number. So one of the main reasons they're able to work is they're using false social security numbers. Is there no way to stop the money flow to cause them, if they don't have a job, to leave on that?
We're all over that. We're all over the misuse of social security numbers, and we're tracking that. And that actually comes up, provides a lot of leads for us to go find these people.
Mr. Homan, what's the reason why ICE is apparently targeting Martha's Vineyard in Nantucket? Can you give assurances that that is not from political?
Say that again?
Apparently there's been a lot of ICE activity yesterday in Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. Can you confirm that? And is that being done for any political reason?
No.
Is it a
Martha's Vineyard isn't off the table. It's part of the country. We're doing immigration actions all throughout the country. We're not saying we're going to favor one area over another. We're all over the country, in every neighborhood, in every city. And you're going to see an expansion of that. Like I just said, we're going to increase the teams greatly. So you're going to see more teams on the streets you've never seen before. You're going to see more worksite enforcement than you've ever seen in the history of this nation. You got sanctuary cities. How I said, we're going to flood the zone. If we can't arrest a bad guy in the jail, one agent arrests a bad guy in the jail in the safety and security of the jail, which is safer for the officer, safer for the alien, and safer for the community, okay, you're going to force him in the community to find him. If we can't find him in the community, we're going to find him at the work site. So we're going to flood the zone, and sanctuary cities will get exactly what they don't want. More agents in the neighborhoods, more worksite enforcement, because we're going to get the bad guy. If you want to make it difficult for us, we'll do it. It'll take more time, it's less efficient, but we're not going to stop until we find that guy.
And so is that just sort of a general sweep of the tourist businesses and whatever businesses there are in Nantucket? Or
There is no sanctuary for illegal aliens in this country. You can call it a sanctuary jurisdiction all you want. It's a bunch of crap, and we all know it. Sanctuary jurisdiction says, well, we want to protect the immigrant community. We want them, the victims and witnesses of crime, to be able to come to police, report a crime without fear that we're working with ICE. That is a bunch of garbage. Because victims and witnesses of crime don't want the bad guy in their neighborhood either. They want us in the jail arresting that bad guy. It'll be made much easier, much more efficient. But because they're forcing in the neighborhoods, more non-criminal targets are being arrested because ICE agents are not going to walk away from illegal aliens. You force us to go find the bad guy, many times you're with others. At a work site, go look for the bad guy, there's 10 more illegal aliens there, they're coming too. So I don't want to hear sanctuary cities complaining, well, look at all these collateral arrests and non-criminal targets you're arresting. You forced me in that position? So we're going to force law. Unlike the last administration, Secretary Mayorkas told ICE, you can't enforce immigration law. If they're not convicted of a serious crime, you can't arrest them for just being here illegally. That sent a message to the entire world. You can enter this country illegally, which is a crime, but as long as you never get convicted of a serious crime, you're free. No one's looking for you. Game's changed. We got the greatest president in history of this nation sitting in the Oval Office who's going to enforce immigration law and keep his promise to American people to make this country safe again.
Can you just talk quickly about the social media accounts and the scrutiny that the Department of Homeland Security knows for information? The scrutiny of social media accounts that foreign exchange students are now being subjected to. Can you talk a little bit about that? Why we're doing that now?
Look, we look at a lot of different ways to find people we need to find, whether it's a criminal history, immigration history, social media, undercover operations, surveillance. There's a whole myriad of law enforcement systems we use to find people and see if people are dangerous to the community. Social media is one of them. And we'll continue to use it.
The free speech aspect, though?
We don't arrest anybody for free speech. I mean, free speech is legal, but there's a limit to that, too. I can't look at you and make a comment about my desire to assassinate a president. Is that not free speech, or is that a crime? I can't sit in a movie theater and yell fire and watch people get trampled to death. Is that free speech, or is it a crime? There's a limit to free speech, but we're not arresting people based on free speech. It's what they said plus what they did.
Thank you.